You're listening to the Ask Drone U podcast. You ask, we answer your drone questions. Whether you're here to turn your passion into profit or you simply fly for fun, we're a community of learners and teachers who aspire to achieve greatness. We are
Drone U.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another fantastic episode of Ask Drone U. My name is Paul.
And my name is Rob.
Slight delay.
And this is, I thought you were going to keep talking. Kind of had that, I'm going to keep talking tone. But anyways, episode 852 is the one that we're on. Thank you for hanging out with us. We really do appreciate it. Hope you're having a great day.
Definitely hope you're having a great day. Don't forget to ask a question for a chance to win a free annual membership to Drone U. Just go to askdroneu.com, upload your question. You can subscribe to the show to make sure that the show's auto-download to your phone. So if you're ever on the road and you have a question about a certain thing, it's right there on your phone, ready to go. Thank you for the reviews. We've been reading them. There was a really funny one actually this morning. I really appreciate that. So if you're leaving a review on iTunes, Spotify, or Overcast, wherever you download our show, greatly appreciate it. So today's question, I think, is going to be interesting as we talk about, we've talked before about buying used drones. Well, what about used equipment? What about Ronins? What about Osmos? What about other DJI equipment? What about other miscellaneous equipment? What should you know when you're buying those things online? How do you know if you're actually getting a deal or if you're getting scammed? Well, to talk about that today is our bald-headed masterpiece, Bob. Bob, thank you. Welcome to the show.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Where's your late night radio voice?
I don't have one. Never developed that late night radio voice, Paul.
Well,
maybe I'll work on that.
That's unfortunate there, Rob.
I don't know. Do you guys think it's unfortunate? I don't know that people would consider that to be an unfortunate circumstance. Anyways, before we jump into the question, do want to tell you about DynnexDrones.com. They are a great source for a new drone for you if you're looking to incorporate new birds into your business. Maybe you want to upgrade. Maybe you're just getting started and you want to buy something new. Maybe you don't have a ton of money, but you have some opportunities for some jobs, but you need the drone to go take advantage of those opportunities. Well, they can help you by getting you that drone with zero down and just as low as $15 a month. Obviously, that depends on the drone you buy, but you're going to find some great deals there. And if you use the coupon code, and this is all caps, DroneUSave, and the number 25, DroneUSave25, you're going to get $25 off. That makes sense. Go to DynexDrones.com/DroneU to check that out.
Hey guys, my name is Joe. I'm out of New York. I'm a full-time police officer, and I recently started my own side business with the help of Drone U. I am a member. Love the content on the side. Love the podcast. I listen every day on the way to work, usually to about 2 or 3 of them. And you guys are always putting out great stuff. My question is, for buying used equipment, a lot of the podcasts you guys have talked about, don't purchase off Craigslist, mainly the flying apparatus. But what about things like Osmos and, maybe accessories or stuff like that, maybe controllers where, you can find these people who flew it for 20 minutes and got bored with it and can take advantage of possibly getting cheaper equipment for somebody just starting up. All right. Thanks a lot. Look forward to hearing from you.
Thank you, Joe. Really appreciate it. Appreciate your service. Godspeed, my friend, and thank you for the good question. Used equipment. So he's being very specific about not drones, because we've talked a lot about that, frankly. Had quite a few questions. But all the ancillary stuff that goes along with flying drones. Would you even buy any of that stuff used?
I think the answer is actually yes, but there are caveats, obviously, to the answer to that question. And the biggest caveat, again, is batteries. I think most people, honestly, if you buy an old Osmo or an old Ronin, you might as well consider the batteries a wash, because typically if someone hasn't charged the batteries in a couple months, they're going to fail on you. So typically if you're buying an Osmo and someone's been sitting around on it, you want to know, just ask them, when was the last time you used it? Did you use it frequently? When was the last time you charged the battery? When you did charge the battery, did you charge it at home and frequently, or did you take the battery off the charger before it was fully charged? All of those questions, if they answer, well, I did not frequently charge the battery, it's been sitting a while, or I did not let the battery finish its charging cycle multiple times, that battery's dead. Just consider it a wash. You're not getting anything out of it. But the Osmo is still probably good. The Ronin S right now is just, gosh, what a fantastic piece of equipment. So literally, it is one of the best pieces of equipment I think we own.
Yeah, I know you're loving that thing. What if you're looking at an Osmo, if you're looking at a Ronin S, something like that, because that's still relatively sophisticated. It's not that far removed from buying a drone used. What are you looking for?
Actually, you could really take any small scale production to a Hollywood grade production with 6 or 7 used Osmos that were all like mounted to a car, because they can take up to about 70 miles an hour of wind. So you could mount them in all different positions on a car, and instead of getting that GoPro wobbly jello effect, you would have this like really nice and smooth, stable shot, and you could control all of them from inside the vehicle. And I think it would be a much cooler shot wise.
On that note, did you ever figure out a way, or have you done anything where you mounted the Ronin S?
I did mount the Ronin S to the vehicle. I have a triple suction mount for it, but I don't recommend it because each time that we mounted it, it fell over because it was too much tension on the ball joint that holds the actual 1/4-inch screw. So since the 1/4-inch screw is on the bottom of the mount, the Osmo would tip over from the front or to the side. We tried a couple different things, but in fact, I actually have a picture of it falling over. And the only thing that saved my hood from being dented was the bug guard.
Huh?
So it fell on the bug guard. The bug guard held it up.
Yeah, bug guard guards against more than bugs.
Yeah,
apparently.
And Ronins.
And yeah, exactly. So if you're looking at a used Ronin, for example, or a used Osmo, because you've just said that you would buy one used, what are you looking for if you're analyzing or evaluating the particular piece that you're thinking about buying?
Well, I want to turn it on, get power to it, make sure that it's not making any funny noises when it's turned on, if it's going or vibrating on any of the 3 motors that control, the roll axis or the yaw axis or the tilt axis. It's probably a bad Osmo. It's been hit. It's been broken. And this goes with any gimbal, really. In addition to that, I want to be looking at the lens to see, is the interior lens scratched? Because typically on an Osmo, there's an outside lens that you could take off and then put an ND filter on it. So I would want to be looking at the interior lens to see how dirty it is. If it's scratched up, did the person take care of it? Because if not, then it's a waste of a camera. Those 2 things, understanding noise in any of the gimbal motors, that's a big red flag. Don't buy it. Also, if you see, you want to turn it on and you really want to hold the Osmo or the gimbal up and make sure it can go, all the way to the roll endpoints without, again, making any noise. You want to move it forward to, again, make sure it's not making any noise. You want to put it in luggage mode. So, if you are using a DJI Osmo or a DJI gimbal with the trigger, you want to press and hold the trigger and move the camera down. So you'll have the camera here, you'll press and hold the trigger and go 180 degrees, and the camera should still be pointing in the same direction. If not, don't buy it.
Okay.
So I think that's as specific as I can really get just sitting here thinking about it.
Yeah, no, that's cool. But the bottom line is it's not against Paul policy, for example, to buy something like that.
No, but also...
Just be very careful.
I heard some lady on the Today Show this morning talking about buying things from TJ Maxx, and, typically they get, deliveries on Tuesdays, and sometimes they get deliveries on Fridays, and you should split the difference and go on one of the days. Screw that advice. Never split the difference. Go in educated, know what you want, know what you're willing to pay for it, let the other person feel in control, master the conversation, get what you want. But remember, there's a dark side to that. If you do that with everything and everyone, there is a very dark side to mastering emotional intelligence.
You just took this buying used equipment thing deep.
Well, I'm sorry, but I think anyone who's a small business owner should have the negotiation skills that are taught in that book, Never Split the Difference.
And that includes buying used equipment is what you're saying.
Yeah, 100%.
Of course.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've realized I need the book for even my relationship.
Yeah, be careful there.
I know. Anyway.
That's dangerous territory.
But anyway, I think that's going to do it for us today. Remember, never split the difference. Always check the batteries. Ask pointed questions. Get specific answers. Remember, the more specific the answer, the more likelihood that it is true. Okay? Very, very, very important to remember that. Specificity is so important in understanding truth versus fiction. Anyway, my name is Paul.
I'm Rob.
This is Ask Drone U.